Hi everybody, my name is John of Birthstone Millinery and welcome back to my channel, and in this episode we are going to be making the February Birthstone Millinery, which is Amethyst. So I posted some pictures on Instagram and Facebook stories just to ask, because I wasn't too sure which direction I wanted to go with this, so I kind of mocked up a couple that I was thinking of, and people voted on this style, so this is the one we're going to be making today. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm John, welcome to my channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and click the notification bell so you're notified every time I release a video in future. And all my social media is listed in the description box below as well if you want to follow me on social media. I mean, why wouldn't you? You know, if you're watching this video, you might as well follow me on social media. So, right, so to start, I have this bias cinema strip which I have cut out from some cinema. This is, I don't know the colour, but it's from Headpiece Millinery Supplies, so I'll put the colour on the screen now so you know what colour it is, and it kind of matches my backdrop as well, like, yeah, looks nice. So I have cut this, so I've cut this to just over 5 inches wide, so it's just over 10 inches wide all the way through, and I folded it over and there's my cinema strip ready, and then I just trim the ends, I trimmed the edges of the cinema off here just so it was nice and even. So this is where we're going to start. I'm not blocking, but I am using this block for assistance, because what I wanted was a side pillbox style without a crown. So what I'm doing is I'm just positioning this so then it's kind of even, and I'll just make sure I'll get that on the top screen as well. So I'm just positioning it so then it's kind of even, and working out my placement of everything. So just want to make sure, you just want to make sure these two match as well at the end. I mean, you can trim it down, but it's just easier to work it out now. So I'm just holding it into place, then I've got a couple of pins and I'm just going to pin that where they join, like so. So I've got a pin here, I'm just going to take that off, I'm going to put a pin at the bottom as well. What I'm doing is I'm just going in and I'm just lining everything up and just putting a crease on each of the folds so I can see where I need to sew them together, and this will help us when it comes to adding the wiring as well. So I've just folded that down so you've got a little bit of, so you can see there, just like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, where are my pins? My pins are there. Will I be able to take them out? Yeah, I'll be able to. This section here, I'm just going to just put some stitches along here just to hold that into place. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be back with you. Right, so I have gone ahead and I have sewn the two pieces together, as you can see here, and I've also off camera just wired the edge of this as well, so just to make, you've seen me do it. Let me know in the comments if you actually like to see me do every single step. Let me know in the comments, because then I know to put them in future videos. So I've also got this ribbon here, so this is going to be basically pinned to the bottom, and that's going to be sewn, but I'm not going to do that just yet at the moment, so let's not worry too much about the bottom of this. We're actually going to start working on like the top bit of the bow at the back. So the look I'm trying to achieve is kind of, if I just line that up, like this sort of effect. Oh, did that? like this at the back. So this raw edge we're going to have to do something with. Now, I probably should have done this before I sewed it all down, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it under slightly, just a small amount, all the way down. There we go. Cool. And then I'm going to match that at the other side. So just turn. Let's just make sure that's even. Cool. And then I'm just going to do the same on the edge. So what I'm actually doing is I'm pressing it down to lock that crease in. Let me just pin this so you can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm turning it in so it's on the inside. So I'm probably doing it about 1/2 centimetre. Let me just put my glasses on because I can't see. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to sew along here and along here, just to hold that into place. And then this is going to get folded under to create like the top part of a bow. And obviously I'm going to do exactly the same at this side. So that's like the first part of the bow kind of there. So I'm going to sew this down here. I'm going to do it the same on this side, and then I'm going to be back with the next step. So I'm back, and so I've had a few days off from filming, so I wasn't too sure where I got up to, but I have made some progress on this piece. So as you can see, I have now added a ribbon to the bottom, as you can see there, and I've also lined it as well with some of this net, which I'm going to be using on the outside as well. I haven't shown the lining because I do have a video coming up soon which is all about lining hats, so look out for that in the next few weeks. I think it's coming out in maybe in about 4 or 5 weeks, but yes, so here we go. So what I did is I wired the top and the bottom, and I covered the top with some bias cinema to match the thing, put a lining in and ribbon at the bottom, so we still have the same shape as before. Now what I want to do is I've got some of that net and I've gathered each of the ends, and what I'm going to do is just tack that into place underneath one of the folds. So probably should have done this before I put the lining in, but hey ho. I only need to put a couple of stitches in, so that's not an issue. And then I'm just going to, so I've gathered it, I'm just going to lay it out across the side of the crown, and just tack that down. I'm going to tie that off later, but then all I want to do is just make sure the folds look nice, that look even, and my raw edges are hidden, which they are. Perfect. So next, what I'm going to do is these bits at the back. So what I want to do is fold it in, so you can see what I'm doing. Fold it in, so this raw edge, this edge here, is sitting flush against that crease, just like so. You want to line it up, so if you look at the bottom there, it's the edge, this corner here sits at the join there. And then I'm just going to tack that into place at the top and at the bottom. Then you should have something that looks similar to this. So now what we're going to do, I've got this rectangular length of the same net as we put around the side, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find the center. I'm just going to gather it along that center line. So I know roughly where it is, like so. And then, perfect. And what we're going to use this for is to attach to this section here, so then it's got the illusion of a bow. So to do that, I'm just gonna wrap this around just a couple of times in the center. Perfect. And I'm just going to attach it to this section just underneath the bow. With a couple of stitches. And then you should have something that's got this kind of trail at the back, which I think looks very pretty. So what I would now do is just gather it, so just play with it a little bit just to make sure the raw edges are like towards the back, and, which I forgot to do, just trim any of the raw edges just to make them a little bit neater. And if you wanted, you could just leave it like that. But because this is a Birthstone Millinery, obviously we need to add some crystals. So I have 3 lots of crystals here. So I have, what have I got? I've got amethyst, light amethyst, and a blush rose AB. Now, I did want an AB crystal on there because, as you all know, I am an AB crystal whore. I am. And if you want to be an AB crystal whore as well, then I have the merch for you. And today I'm dropping my AB crystal whore hoodie, tote bag and t-shirt. So that is available in my merch store as well as all my other merch. And if you don't like the word hoard, because I know that's it, some people don't like it, I also have the AB Crystal Queen as well, also available in a hoodie, in a tote bag and a t-shirt as well. So if you want some of them, click on the link in the description box below to get the merch, and I'm going to set about sewing all these crystals on. And there you have her. So she's looking cute. It's kind of slightly, it reminds me a little bit of something historical. I'm not too sure. If I can figure it out, I'll put it on the screen now. So let's try it on. See, I think this would look really nice without this as well. Let's have a look. What are we thinking? What do we think? I really like this. It is very different to what I would usually do. So let's put her on here. There we go. Just like that. Well, thank you very much for watching. This has been a lot of fun. This is, now I'm caught up with my Birthstone Millinery. There is one more month in this series to go. That is next month, which is Diamond. And then I have no more series. Well, I do. I've got a few coming out, but that will be the end of this Birthstone Millinery. So if you want to, if you've got an idea of another series that I could be doing, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much to Reggie, who is my ongoing patron. Thank you so much. It means the world. It really does that I've got this continued support of you, Reggie. If you want to join Patreon as well and see your name on screen, then see all the details in the description box below. I have tiers starting from just £1 per month, which is cheaper than a cup of coffee a day. Like, actually no it's not. A cup of, yes, £1 per month. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? But yes, next week I have, what have I got next week? I have my planner here. So next week we have, oh yes, 5 ways to use veiling. That I've already recorded that one. That one's really good. And then, oh no, next one is then we've also got aquamarine for March, and then we've got the final one, which is the Birthstone Diamond. I've got a few good things coming up. As you can see, it's all organised in my big pad, which I do refer to. My diary I don't. But yes, if you want to support me with some merch, it's in the description box below. Patreon is down there as well as on my social media. Thank you very much for watching. I have been John. This has been great. I love you all. Bye.